Hi, young explorers. Welcome to Funimation 3D and News, kids and family cartoon. Today, we're going on an amazing adventure high above the Earth's surface to discover floating mountains and learn how our planet creates mountain ranges. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Did you know that the ground we walk on isn't one solid piece? It's actually made of huge floating slabs called tectonic plates. These plates are like giant puzzle pieces that slowly move on top of a soft, flowing layer called the mantle. The mantle is super hot and acts like a giant conveyor belt, pushing these plates around. Sometimes they bump into each other, slide past one another, or move apart. And when they bump or push, mountains are born. One of the most exciting types of mountains is called collision mountains, like the Himalayas. Imagine two giant icebergs slowly sliding toward each other. When they crash, the ice piles up into jagged shapes. That's similar to what happens when two tectonic plates collide. The land gets pushed up, forming tall mountain ranges. Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth, was made this way, rising over 8,800 meters high, higher than airplanes fly. Next, there are volcanic mountains, which are like the Earth's own fireworks. Deep underground molten rock called magma bubbles up. When it erupts, it cools and piles up, layer by layer, eventually forming a volcano. Some volcanic mountains even form islands, like Hawaii. So, volcanic mountains are Earth's fiery creations, built slowly over thousands and millions of years. Then we have fault block mountains, created when cracks called faults appear in the Earth's crust. Huge blocks of land tilt, rise, or sink along these cracks. The land that rises becomes a mountain, and the part that sinks becomes a valley. It's like the Earth stretching and lifting itself into incredible shapes. The Sierra Nevada mountains in California are a great example of fault block mountains. But why do we call them floating mountains? It's because mountains actually float on the mantle, like a wooden boat floating on water. Even though they look super heavy and solid, their bases rest on a soft, moving layer underground. Scientists call this idea isostasy. When erosion wears down the top of a mountain, the base rises a little to keep it balanced, just like a boat rising higher when it gets lighter. Mountains are always changing. Wind, rain, ice, and rivers slowly wear down the rocks, carrying tiny pieces away. But the Earth never stops moving. Tectonic forces keep pushing, so mountains can grow even as they wear down. Some mountains are millions of years old, but still get taller over time. Mountains are alive in a way. They shift, grow, and change shape over millions of years. Now, imagine flying in 3D over some of the most famous mountain ranges in the world. Look at the Andes in South America, stretching over 7,000 kilometers. See the Himalayas in Asia, rising like a giant spiky crown. Over in North America, the Rocky Mountains show forests, rivers, and snow-capped peaks. Every mountain tells a story of how the Earth's crust moved and changed over millions of years. Mountains aren't just beautiful, they're home to amazing animals and plants. High in the mountains, snow leopards roam silently, eagles soar above, and rare flowers bloom where few humans can reach. Rivers born in mountain streams flow down to feed cities, farms, and forests. Mountains help life survive, acting like superheroes of the Earth. Mountains also teach us about Earth's history. Rocks inside mountains are like pages in a giant book. Scientists study them to learn about ancient climates, volcanic eruptions, and even when dinosaurs roamed. Every peak, every valley, and every fold in the rock tells a story waiting to be discovered. And here's something really cool. Mountains can move and float. Over millions of years, tectonic plates push mountains from one place to another. Some mountains that were once near the ocean are now far inland. Even though they seem solid and permanent, mountains are always on the move. Wow! What an incredible journey, explorers! Today we discovered how mountains are created, why they float on the Earth, and how they keep changing over time. From towering collision mountains to fiery volcanic peaks, from tilted fault block mountains to floating giants, the Earth is full of wonders waiting to be explored. Thank you for joining Funimation 3D. Kids and family cartoon on this amazing adventure. If you loved flying over mountains, learning about tectonic plates, and uncovering the secrets of our planet, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That way, we can take you on even more fun 3D journeys to explore the incredible Earth. See you on the next adventure, young explorers.